So, while we're waiting for Secretary of State, sorry to pounce, but I think it would be helpful if Kirstie Donnelly came up and explained the role of City and Guilds within this network and the relationship with the National Land-Based College. And Jane King, if there isn't time before Secretary of State, we could maybe get the view of HDB when we assemble as a panel. Kirstie, are you happy to come? Five minutes? Yeah. Well, I'm sure this isn't the first time in your life you'll be trying. Yeah. So just a few minutes just to explain what...
I never thought I'd be a time filler for the Secretary of State. That's very interesting. I'm sure I won't do as good a job as I should. So, well, thank you for giving me the opportunity, Lord Curry, and obviously sort of everything that's been talked about this morning sort of resonates with why City and Guilds very much wanted to be a partner with the National Land-Based College and the Landex partnership from the outset of Landex obviously founding the National Land-Based College, because we've seen for a long time all the issues about how do we connect progression from level 2 right through to level 4 and 5. How do we create the aspiration in the multiplicity of careers that are in land-based? I often look at I'm not a land-based expert, just as I'm not a construction expert or any of the industries that we cover across City and Guilds. But what I do feel about the land-based sector, and it's a little bit like the construction sector, and I think it was mentioned a moment ago by Richard, but the multiplicity of careers and job occupations that are inside the land-based industry are so exciting, and yet what do we actually do to raise the knowledge and understanding and the aspiration of all those young people into them? So for me, the creation of the National Land-Based College and City and Guilds very much being a partner of that just seemed like potentially the perfect marriage to sort of knit those aspirations together and start to really develop, as Tim was talking about before, and I think we are already starting to see those inroads. How do we develop the real gold standards of the qualifications, of the learning resources that are required to support that young person through that career, and indeed support the training providers, the colleges, and indeed the employers who are supporting that young person. So there are lots of challenges ahead, there's no doubt about it, and I do think we have to look 5, 10, even 15 years. We need to be thinking about what is going to be the career 10 years from now, and then starting to ladder that back into our planning and design. But I think, we've got a fantastic opportunity to build those gold standards, to look at what the markets are internationally, to create genuine career progression from level 2 upwards, and that's very much why City and Guilds wanted to be the awarding partner for the National Land-Based College initiative. I do think the words of collaboration, consultation and communication, the 3 C's as we may now call them, are absolutely imperative, and it's got to be genuine. It can't be pulling together but actually all looking after our own individual interests. It's got to be pulling together from the point of view of we are absolutely in it together, even if that sometimes means we have to put our individual organisational objectives slightly to one side, which is always a very difficult challenge to take on board. So delighted to be here. I hope that's at least filled 3 minutes of the gap as we wait for to attend. So thank you. Good.
Thank you.